How's it going, guys, and welcome to the very first edition of Western Wednesdays for 2024. And today's film I'm going to be watching is 310 to Yuma. This is the original version from 1957. I had a poll up on my Patreon, which ended up being a tie, so I put it to the YouTube channel, and this one won by good bit against Lonely or the Brave. But I will get back and watch that one at a later date. So I know Glenn Ford is in this film, who I saw in Cowboy, which I thought was a really good western, underrated. I never really see it mentioned much, but I really enjoyed that one. So I'm looking forward to seeing him again in another western. I've heard great things about the remake, but I always wanted to watch the original first and see what that was like. I'm not too sure what the premise entails, though. I'm assuming something with a train, 310 to Yuma. Other than that, and Glenn Ford being in it, I don't know anything else going into the story. But as always, guys, if you like the reaction, a like and a comment would be fantastic. I also have a Patreon page. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check that out. If you'd like to support me further. And there'll also be an uncut reaction to this film on the Patreon as well. If you want to watch that, it's all up on the Patreon. There's different tiers with different perks. But just want a big shout out to all my patrons as well, to Ravi, to JM63, to Mary, to Blaze, to Jared, to Jenny, and to Gigi Gooding. Thanks so much for the support. But with that said, guys, let's watch 310 to Yuma. I have a good feeling about this film. I don't know why, just going into it. Maybe it's because I liked Glenn Ford in the last Western I saw him in. What the hell's going on here? Oh. He reminds me of JR from Dallas. He said that a lot in the Cowboy as well. He has that kind of demeanor about him and that expression.
I am Mr. Butterfield. This is my line. These are my passengers. You bother any of them, I'll hound you from here to Kingdom Come.
Same to get what's underneath that tarpon up there, that's all.
Common thieves.
I think our cattle are over the ridge. I can hear them. Tell him to stay where he is.
Stay where you are!
Those are my cattle. I want them back. We'll get them back in 5 minutes.
You'll get them back in 5 minutes! Ah! Don't anybody move.
Ooh.
If you move, I'll kill him.
Shit, did this kill him? Oh my god. Killed his own man.
I lift him up easy, put him on his horse.
Completely.
Aren't you gonna do something?
What, get myself shot too? That must be Ben Wade and his gang.
Bones.
Where does he live?
He used to live in Contention City.
Well, take him there. Take him to Bisbee and put him on the next coach back.
It's weird, like there's still respect there, like tradition, even though he's doing this horrendous thing.
We'll need those horses.
What?
Why? So you don't ride to the marshal. We'll turn them loose just this side of Bisbee.
Yeah, but will they come back to them though?
You wait! My pa will kill you!
Mark.
Hello there. Hello, could you help us?
Well, I gotta get these cattle back home.
Well, could you lend us a horse?
They saw us, Ma, and they took our horses. And they killed the driver, too.
They killed the driver.
And suddenly the driver grabs onto his for a shield.
They should be happy to see that their children saw that.
They shoot right through him.
What did you do?
What could he do?
I was 12. What could I do?
Well, what else could we do? You want us all to get shot?
Boys, go saddle a couple of horses.
Well, I'm glad you're back safe. Heavens, anything could have happened. Terrible that something bad can happen and all anybody can do is stand by and watch.
Lots of things happen when all you can do is stand by and watch.
Why are you so cross?
I don't know. You
I think
just
his pride is hurt.
expect something from me that I'm not.
No, I
He
don't.
didn't do anything. I think he's angry at himself maybe a bit.
Dying all over.
But
I don't
like,
save them,
what
I
could
don't
you
know.
do? That's pretty quiet, isn't it? This would be enough for all of them.
Here's to the boss. He had to say goodbye to one of the outfit, and that's too bad. If it hadn't been goodbye for him, it could have been goodbye for some of the rest of us. Boss?
I wonder, is that sentiment true? Some of them hold something against him for
Marshal
doing it.
around? When the marshal wakes up, you tell him that the coach from contention was robbed. You tell him the driver was killed, huh?
Oh, if there's a killing, I'm supposed to wake him. It's only robbery you don't want to be waking for.
Why did he want him to meet him, though?
About 10 miles.
They took the horses, too.
Did you hear that, Marshal? Where you fellows from? Prairie Cattle Company.
Didn't know they got this far.
Drive them in.
And you won't be staying in town long?
Oh, just long enough to have a drink.
I wonder, does she suspect him?
He can use one of my horses.
Oh, are they gonna try for the bank when they're all gone?
Where's Alex Potter? Sleeping it off, I guess.
I don't think he was to leave town with us here.
Scattering across the border. We'll meet in Nogales tonight.
What's holding up the boss?
Don't worry about him. He'll be along. He can handle that hick posse single-handed.
He wants to spend some time with her.
Someplace. You got blue eyes?
Brown.
Those are very nice eyes.
It's all right. They don't have to be blue.
I think you just need to be a woman for him at the moment.
Hello there, you the marshal?
You see the Butterfield coach down there?
This is Mr. Butterfield.
We just come from Bisbee.
Didn't you see an outfit ride through? There must have been a dozen of them. Is all on dark horses?
Yeah, we seen them. And then they left. Si, you better go along.
We think it was Ben Wade.
What do you know? There I was face to face with Ben Wade.
Hey! I just seen him go back into the saloon. If there's a man there, why don't we catch him?
Hey, what if it's Ben Wade?
So we catch him. His outfit comes back and shoots up the town?
No one's ever held him yet.
We could grab him, get him out of town quick.
And he's just, by staying with that lady, he's just screwed himself.
Hello, Mr. Evans.
You drove off my cattle.
You got him back, didn't you?
Yeah.
I'll give you $2 for half a day.
All right, then that's what I'll settle for.
There's 2 more for you.
What for?
For your boys. I used their time too, didn't I?
Oh, here we go.
2 more for tired cattle. Don't move.
It's the marshal. He's got a shotgun on you, Wade.
Oh, he shot him.
What? You know, he's only gonna come back with the others and I'll go free. You'll get shot.
The
They'll
drunkard.
probably figure we're going to take him over to Fort Huachuca. Turn him in there. Sure they will. And if they don't figure that, then they'll figure we'll take him over to contention, put him on the 310 to Yuma. Sure they will. Bound to. Let me finish, then you can agree.
What's it?
Sure will. Do I have 2 volunteers?
For what?
I'm not telling you for what. I want 2 of you to set off with Dave Keene. The rest of us will follow with the prisoner in the car.
I'll pay $200 to each man.
I'll volunteer.
Oh, I thought you said you couldn't
You
spare
owe me
me.
or don't you?
Needs the money. So who's the other one?
No. Do I have another?
No.
I'll go.
Oh my god.
Oh, I just think it'd be safer if we had somebody else.
Come on. Give me a chance.
Bye, Emmy.
Goodbye.
Tell you what I'll do. I'll send you something.
It's a great shot. Oh, Jesus. Ah, clever. Very clever. That is very clever. So now are they going to take the bait is the question. Yep. Yeah, I wouldn't want him engaging with my wife.
Here's your stew, Mr. Potter.
You know where your pa keeps a drink?
No, I don't, Mr. Potter.
It's nowhere.
And you're on duty, so you shouldn't be drinking any. You signed up.
You didn't say grace. My mother always says grace. She comes from San Francisco.
Mark, eat your stew.
Her father was a sea captain, and he owned...
Mighty good stew, ma'am.
Thank you.
Why didn't you say grace? Because he's bad?
Grace is for everybody, dear.
Well, then why don't you say it?
Just say it.
Would you mind cutting the fat off, please?
Yeah, I would like that too.
I don't like fat. I used to look real deep into her eyes, and they'd just change.
Try and charm
colors,
her now.
Get all fiery and breathe.
He's so
you know, all the
brazen,
colors
isn't
of the sea. It's funny how a woman's eyes will change color at nighttime.
Why did you have to sit there listening to him like that for?
What do you mean?
You know what I mean, all big-eyed.
I'm jealous.
Something's going moving down there. What happens when they catch the coach?
Well, they'll have to round their men up first, so they shouldn't be able to catch up to it at least till noon. By then, we'll be in contention, and we couldn't get there in time anyway. Alex,
Substantial head
turn
start.
down the lamp when the horses come bring him out.
Your own father capturing Ben Wade. Did you see them looking at you at supper?
I hope I can send him back to you all right.
Is that a threat? Like, in disguise as being polite. Right there already?
Anyone in the lobby?
Only some fella sleeping it off.
We gotta make sure no one knows we're in contention. Keep a watch at the edge of town.
The thing is, they're all so nervous. That could go in Ben's favor.
Room upstairs. The key's in the door.
I wouldn't be having him walking that fast. Slow down.
You better cover downstairs. Alex will come to you if he sees anything.
You must be very tired by now, Dan. Why don't you sit down and have a little sleep? I'll hold the shotgun for you if you like.
He's did a great job of just being a shithead.
No, I'm just doing this for the money.
I know.
But I want you to understand one thing. If you start across this 8 feet between us, I'm gonna pull both triggers at once.
It's the bridal suite, huh?
He's gonna make reference to his wife.
I wonder how many brides. It's a little hot in here. You notice it? Want me to give you a hand there?
Hey!
Sit back. Go ahead. Wife and boys.
Jesus.
Put it in a corner somewhere.
Just forget about the window and keep eyes on him.
Right over there.
Seriously, what are you doing?
I had to try you out. I didn't think you'd shoot.
You know I will the next time.
It's a chess game, isn't it?
You think I'm too scared of Ben Wade's gang to do whatever's necessary when the time comes? You can tell Dan. You can count on Alex Potter right to the end.
You must need money awful bad to do this.
Maybe I do.
How much they paying you? $200, that's all. That's a lot of money. How'd you like to double that and save yourself a lot of time, a lot of trouble?
It's kind of reckless, you, isn't it? I mean, especially since you're so sure your men are coming to get you out of this.
No, they are.
We'll look out at a peaceful scene. Go ahead. Mrs. Moon's in front.
What's the man he killed?
Man. That's his son, Bob. She had another son. He was the stagecoach driver, Bill Moons.
Homing in on the consequences of what the villains do You know, will he feel sorrow here for this? Does Ben have a
He
conscience?
used to drive the Butterfield coach. Maybe you remember him.
Kind of hot-headed fellow, what?
Maybe not.
Not reasonable. Like you.
Well, I'm gonna let you walk right out of here. The only thing is, it'll be just before 3:10, and I'll be right behind you with a shotgun.
Ooh. 4 hours. Oh shit, that's... Do you know, I had a feeling. I had a feeling. Might have been one of Ben's men.
Oh, cowpokes like us, we just don't belong in that kind of a business, you know, trying to make a go of it, you know. You gotta have money in back of you, Dan. Did you ever think of taking on a partner?
Trying to lure him into his
Silent partner with
world
money.
of work, or what he does.
7,000.
Now, what do you think my price is?
Just think, Dan. $7,000. You could decide. You let me know.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
I think he could be bluffing Ben.
Things come to a pretty pass when the boss can't bother to go to a man's funeral.
Really, Mr. Moons, I can explain.
I feel you'll have need to cool it in a hotter place than this.
If I can do anything to help you decide, you let me know. 10. You see, that makes it easier for me. I count by tens.
Sit there and shut up.
You mean we're not together, huh?
No, we're not even close.
Closer than you think.
It's essentially like asking him to sell his soul in a lot of ways, isn't it? Everything that he's saying, but... Jeez. Oh!
Leave that
Holy...
shotgun where it is.
What? Found out and pulled a gun. He's been drinking.
So you're going to Yuma on 310, huh? Well, I'm going to save everybody the trouble of...
You pull that trigger, you'll hang for murder.
You safe, Putter. I'll take care of you two.
Hand me that gun, Bob.
I'm warning you. Get out of the way.
Right through that wall.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I can spot him too. Shit. Stop him. Get him. Go after him. Oh, jeez.
Now don't you go blaming yourself. Because it isn't your fault, you know. I mean, you'd have seen the same thing in Benson.
What are we gonna do, Dan? We can't just wait and see.
Well, if I were you, I'd get some help.
No, we'll probably say to him, I bet that $7,000 is sounding pretty tempting.
Well, that leaves you 1/2 hour.
It's kind of
to
like
decide.
High Noon a little bit, isn't it? Just the brother of the guy who was killed, he kind of caused it all, that commotion.
You know, when I was having supper with you last night, Dan, I was...
Don't mention the wife.
Sitting there. Someday I'd like to have a wife. Yeah. Must a woman like that every night.
You never know if he's being sincere or
close.
Just trying to play with him.
That must be nice. I tell you one thing, though, Dan, I'd treat her a whole lot better than you do. I'd feed her better. I'd wear pretty dresses she'd be real happy wearing.
It's not the money.
I wouldn't make her work so hard, Dan.
I told you before to shut up. You say just one more word and I'll cut you down right now.
No, you won't.
All I have to do is tell him you tried to get away.
What if he pushes him out the window? No. You'd think that
getting off the streets.
Ben was the one that was, or that Dan was the one that was being taken. I guess Ben feels he has the control now.
They're coming.
Butterfield's got some men downstairs. You better go help him.
How good are these men?
What'll they tell him?
What do you mean?
When shall I tell him you're going to let me go?
Tell him you'll write him a letter every day from Yuma.
Haha.
Hey, Charlie, go buy the boys a drink. We'll be down soon.
Are you all right?
I'm all right.
What if you don't come down? He could shoot you and say you tried to make a break. Ben, you let him know what'll happen if we hear a gun go off.
He knows.
It's just like a pure chess match. I love this.
Your turn, General.
Battle of wits between the two is brilliant.
I don't Any sense for yourself, something to make sense for your wife and your children.
Ooh,
You got a real twisted mind, haven't you?
Take a look, Dan.
It's the first time he's trying to tread them.
What's the matter? Don't make it hard on yourself.
Yeah, he's really
All you
conflicted now
gotta do
because
is
of
drop
that.
gun on the
Because
bed
the
and
other
let me
dad.
walk out this door. What are you squeezing the watch for?
Are you sure that no one would ever know?
Squeezing that watch ain't gonna stop time.
Give him that smirk on the face. So
You shouldn't
smug.
get so scared. That's one of your outfit walking out on you, Dan. They'll all walk out on you. Why shouldn't they?
Please, I'm begging you. Look, nobody wants to walk out on you. This whole thing happened in Bisbee. Why should you bring your troubles to contention?
He's getting out of there now as well.
You see, Dan, everybody wants to live. Butterfield, too, he'll walk out on you, Dan.
No, he won't. He'll stick, I can tell.
He's human. At 5 minutes to 3, Butterfield is gonna walk out.
I like that line. He's human.
Now, what do you figure you're gonna die for?
Fear. The fight or flight, isn't it? Fight or flight.
Oh, because some fool driver got what he deserved?
Drop the gun.
Shit.
Die on the roof!
Oh, God. Holy crap! Oh. After all the silly trope most of the film, he really died a hero's death because he tried to help Dan.
Ran back to the stairs, and then they were dragging him towards the hotel.
One more shot, I shoot you. Tell him.
You've got one more shot. Make it good.
Tell him we'll use it on the way to the station.
It's amazing how calm he is though with all this. Oh my God. This could strike the living fear into him now.
I'm not going through with it. It's crazy. And if I'm not, then you aren't either.
What happened to Alex?
Dan, listen.
Dan, the odds are changing now, aren't they? Now it's 1 against 7.
You hear me?
Holy crap. His wife. Why did she come?
You're real lucky, Dan. Woman like that to come home to every night.
Do you know, it comes back to the beginning of the film where when they had him at gunpoint and then him and his 2 sons, what can I do? And the odds are against him again here now as well.
Rain said that'll change everything.
It was something I was complaining or how hard things were. But it just isn't true. Because I love everything.
If it's the $200 you need, I'll pay you anyway.
Don't go through with it.
There you go.
No, I've got to. Honest to God, if I didn't have to do it, I wouldn't. I heard Alex scream. The town drunk gave his life because he believed that people should be able to live in decency and...
No, please don't go through with it.
You know, I never... Oh, yes, of course. When it gets to be 3 o'clock, I'll just walk to the station, that's all.
It's a pride thing, isn't it? He wants them to be proud of him. As I said, it comes all the way back to the start of the film, that opening scene. Joe! When will they both get killed?
I'm afraid you're gonna have trouble making that next corner.
Worked all right, didn't it? Across the street. Here we go. Now.
Oh, did he trick him?
Another stop.
Do me a favor. Run before they chop you down.
Move.
There's the train. Don't let the horse get killed and all this. Oh my god.
Tell them to come out in the open.
Oh, they're so close. Oh my god.
Drop, Ben! Drop, Ben! Drop! Let's get out of here. Us? How do I know you'll jump?
Wait, what? Jeez. Why did Ben do that?
I don't like owing anybody any favors. As you saved my life back at the hotel. I've broken out of Yuma before.
Well, my job's finished when I get you there.
The wife? The rain. I think Ben respected his commitment to the cause. Engrossing. Highly, highly engrossing film. The battle of wits between Ben and God, I can't remember the guy's name now. The guy who was taking him. Jeez, the husband. But the battle of wits between the two of them, the way it played out, as I said, it all comes back to the very beginning where he's there with his two sons. They come upon this robbery that's happening, a man being killed, and the father's completely outnumbered and nothing he can do. He doesn't follow through in it. Here we get to the end. It comes back to where the odds are against him, but he follows through with it this time. I just thought it was just so absorbing. It kept you interested the whole way through. It was a really clever film. Yeah, I just really, really enjoyed it. I also liked that. Well, it was interesting that Ben ended up having so much respect for him, for, as I said, for his commitment to the cause. It ended up helping him achieve the goal. It happened. Yeah, just a really, really enticing film. Just the two of them talking in that room. That was the highlight of it, and what really kept it engaging. Just the whole battle of wits between the two of them. I really, really enjoyed it. Glenn Ford was fantastic as a smug shithead, you know. He just really was, but he was really good in it. But guys, let me know in the comments your thoughts on 310 to Yuma. Where does this rank among your favourite westerns? Also let me know of other westerns with Glenn Ford you recommend. I've seen Cowboys, which I really enjoyed, mentioned that earlier, but I'd like to see more stuff with him. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on this film and where it would rank among your favourite westerns. Would love to hear your thoughts. And also, I do intend to watch it, but what are your thoughts on the remake? Actually, no, maybe not, because I haven't seen it yet. Just your thoughts on the original, your thoughts on it. I'd love to hear it. But until next time, guys, it's long fall.